Hello there and welcome. In this video I got 5 things that you want to know about the new Nightwatchers DLC in Against the Storm. I will cover all the things that are included in the package in a spoiler low way, so you know what's in the box without having all the details spoiled for you. I did play this thing for, I think, 10-15 hours the last couple of days, and did my best to give you a good overview. So, number one I want to talk about, it's obviously bats. So, the bats are in town, and they are probably the most influential thing that this DLC brings. Bats are metal. Jokes aside, they really excel at metal production, and this makes everything regarding metal bars so much easier, which means runs which you have bats included are really excellent for tool production or everything else like rain punk that is involving lots of metal bars. They are even good at mining. Metallurgy is applied to mining as well, which makes bats extremely synergistic with practically any gameplay that you're running because the abilities they bring are really good. On top of that, they have a really high resilience factor, which means their resilience melts slow, just like the lizards. If they start with a high resilience level, they can go into negative values during the storm but never reach them because their resolve is melting so slowly that you can really do some nice resolve magic here at the same time. Hunger tolerance and decadence also make them really nice fits. Low decadence means they need not too much extra resolve for every reputation point that you gained, which is really important because they feature a mechanic which gives them more happiness the more people of other races have left the town, which you can utilize. So they also blend excellent into any form of population sacrifice strategy. And they even got their own building for that, the Manorial Court, which gives you more bonuses for expelling people. So overall, they have very many different playstyles, being your local smithy in the most minor role, and being a bat court that just lures in new people and expels them for profit and happiness on the other end of the spectrum. So I am going that deep into this point just to elaborate how much meat on the bone there is with this new species, and I haven't even really, I just am covering the tip of the iceberg here, basically. Their big downside is that there's nothing they love doing, so you can't park them anywhere to give them a negative resolve happiness bonus during the storm time, just like you can with basically any other species, because everybody enjoys something, except for those bats. They just enjoy expelling people. They're really hitting the zeitgeist, aren't they? So, let's move on to the next point, because with the bats, I think I have said the most important things, and let's talk about the other goodies in the package, namely the biomes. So, you get the rocky ravine and the bamboo flats on this package. So, both biomes are, how to put it, really an experience on their own. So the Rocky Ravine's special feature is that the rocks yield no wood. But there's the Black Market Empire for you. The trees also yield amber. The Black Market sells you everything for amber. But mostly they sell you wood. The other things are just random. And therefore, on this map, you have a super high pressure on gaining money to serve the black market to give you the resources that you need to grow. The really interesting part about this map is that it turns the whole game plane upside down by making rocks abundant. You can do things here that you usually can't do. Playing with rocks is really a fun ride here, or basically anything that uses bricks in huge amounts. You can do many interesting things, and the black market mechanic invites you to do any form of economy run here that revolves a lot around trading. I enjoyed the biome a lot, although I gotta say, the pressure of having no wood gives me a little bit of a PTSD, and I prefer other biomes over that, but I gotta say, it is more my personal impression. It is well balanced and a lot of fun, and at the end of the day, the lack of wood was the least of my worries. It sounds like a harsh impediment at the first glance, but as a matter of fact, this map is all about money and trading, and it's very interesting on that end. The other biome, let's move on to number 3, is the bamboo flats. This area here is really interesting as it features no fertile soil at all, but you get the giant fluff beak. That thing you can feed with rainwater, food, and fuel to make it happy. When it is happy, it craps in its pen. That crap can be used to make fertile soil where you want it. The costs of making your fluffbeak happy increase during the course of the game. So the longer you milk it, the more costly the new fertile soil gets. It's a kind of a balancing thing to avoid you making the whole map to fertile fields. But the really, really nice thing here comes when you look at the farmer's pride thing. Whenever we make fertilizer, we have a chance of doubling yield. Every 20 fields of fertile soil, we have a guaranteed doubling of the yields. This is crazy. The hidden subtitle of this map is Farmer's Paradise. It does take a little bit of a wind-up to get there, but the ability to not only place it down where you need it, but also gaining a native bonus like that. This thing synergizes with all your cornerstones, mind you. You can put any form of crazy cornerstone on top of this Farmer's Pride thing, and boy, I enjoy this biome so much. The fluffbeak is a little bit annoying to feed because it really drains your resources, it starves your population, but at the end of the day it's great because it gives you back exactly the things that you starve your population off of. It's a very, very nice thing, except for the fuel. You will be very easily to feed the bird by the farm products eventually. Just the fuel is a thing that you need to work on. And overall, the bamboo plains I enjoyed, the bamboo flats I enjoyed more than the rocky ravine because I always loved farming in Against the Storm. It was always one of my favorite playstyles, and here you can take it to the max. So, apart from that, let's move on to number 4. We get some small goodies between the lines that are new cornerstones, a couple of new things that are involved to the races, like the species like the bat's manorial cord. Things like these. You won't be noticing any of these directly when buying the DLC, but you will notice that there are cornerstones revolving around bat-related content or the new biome-related content specifically that will gel right into the rest of the game quite decently. It rounds up the package, and I didn't even take a deeper look into, oopsie, I didn't mean to interrupt Aunt Lori. I didn't even take a deeper look into how they work and how they change up the game. Mostly because I like to get myself surprised, and with rocks I made the experience that the best way to experience them is just to play the game and notice, wow, that is a nice synergy with this species. So overall, I just want to point my finger to there is filling work between the new biomes and the new species as well, and you will notice it while you're playing, or you won't because the toolbox is so huge that you will just find a cornerstone that you like. So, moving on to number 5. There is also a new update involved with the release of the DLC, and this content is available for all of you. I do count it as sort of a Nightwatchers part, though, because it hit town the exact same moment with the Nightwatchers DLC. The most important thing that we got is the, here, where are you hiding? The manorial cord, not the manorial cord, the, commons. Well, I've prepared everything. Yet it took me all that browsing to get back to the point that I found while I was preparing this video. Forgive me. So, the commons. You find them in the middle field of the upgrade tree, as you see there. These things could really use differing icons. Anyways, the comments. This is massive. This is a really, really nice change because now, with this thing, you can burn any type of service good with a lowered return to resolve at this new Hearth expansion. What this means is that orders that require to fire off 50 units of leisure, 50 units of education, 50 units of treatment, all these things were before linked to having a service building, not only being lucky enough to draft it, but also build it beforehand to fire off these service items. Now, with the commons, we have a much cheaper variant that just accepts all of the fuels and gives us an option to fulfill orders easier. This is the main purpose of that for me personally, because it really downgrades the efficiency of these items, and you shouldn't do that just because. And take a look at the default settings that you don't accidentally default, like burn your items. But in short, this is a really huge add-on to the reliability of your runs, because this was one of the most notorious leftovers on my order list, because I just wasn't lucky enough to draft that one specific building, and I guess all of us know that. And the other little thing that I found extremely big in the new patch was that we get a new type of upgrade that allows us to buy 4 rune tablets more choices from the draft. So Prestige 12 is really, really hitting you hard, and Prestige 12 and 13 got a little bit dulled out due to the addition of buyable slots, and it also gave a nice additional usage to the runic tablets, which I really, really enjoy. So, in short, my verdict, this is a really, really great DLC at a really, really low price, and I can wholeheartedly recommend it because it just makes your game experience that much better. It just adds things that you have in your game, or not it adds, it just enhances the things that you have in your game already, adds in new biomes that I really enjoy playing, and the bats, man, they're just great. They are making metal production and mining so much more efficient and invite you to more sinister and dark playstyles. Especially strategies that I was shunning away before, but with this package, I'm really considering. So, thanks for watching. This was all I wanted to say about that. I hope it helps you out in deciding whether you want this DLC or not. Like I said, I kept it spoiler low because I don't want to give away the looks and the surprises and all the things. I hate reviews that take away all the good things. So, let me know in the comments if you would have preferred it differently. Leave a like if you did like it. Leave a subscribe if you enjoy my work. And if you enjoy my work even so much that you want to see me thrive, consider donating to the channel, do some subscriptions. Whatever help might tickle your fancy, I would really appreciate it. As things stand right now as a self-employed content creator, I am really not standing on the feet like I want to, and your help is all that I need at this point anymore. So, biggest help was to watch this video though, so don't you worry if you have nothing to give. I really don't mind. I just want to say thanks for taking the time into this video up until the very end. I deeply appreciate that, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.